Students, so video 1 we will see about performance appraisal. We will see what it is. I think this is the last topic of the unit, so we will cover it. So performance evaluation or performance appraisal, it is a process of assessing the performance and progress of an employee or a group of employees on given job and his potential for future development. So it consists of all the procedures used in working organization to evaluate personalities, contributions and potentials of employees. So performance appraisal, it is actually done after certain period of time. Say it can be after 1 year or after 6 months. The performance of the candidate, okay, when recruited, okay, their performance, their contributions, how well they have, done what they are asked to do it. That is called as performance appraisal. So based on this performance appraisal only, a person will be made either permanent in the job or he will be getting good appraisal, that is increase in the salary, hike in the salary. So everything is based, they will see after performance appraisal whether we can retain a person or not. So they assess the performance, the progress that they have made. Based on that, the appraisal will be done. Okay. So according to Flippo, performance appraisal is a systematic, periodic and an impartial rating of an employee's excellence in matters pertaining to his present job and his potential for a better job. It is a process of obtaining, analyzing and recording information about the relative worth of an employee. So Flippo here says that, so we get to see, it is a systematic, periodically it has to be done and it should be impartial. So we have to treat everybody equally, because a person is liked by his superior or manager, they cannot just overlook what they are doing. Okay, so wherever necessary. So when it comes to performance appraisal, they have to be really very genuine in assessing and grading how well the person has done in his work. So performance appraisal and merit rating are used synonymously. Okay, so you have both are almost the same, but strictly speaking, performance appraisal is a wider term than merit rating. In merit rating, the focus is on judging the caliber of an employee so as to decide salary increment. So only the merits will be seen so as to increase the salary, but it is designed primarily to cover the rank and file personnel. On the other hand, performance appraisal focus on the performance and future potential of an employee. Based on their performance, a future, whether this person, can be made as shift in charge, or the person can be made as ward in charge, or she can be made as a supervisor. So everything will be, he or she, everything will be decided based upon the performance appraisal. Its aim is not simply to decide salary increment, but to develop a rational basis for personal decision. Merit rating measures what the person is, whereas performance appraisal measure what the person does. So what exactly he does and what are his potential can be identified when we are doing personal appraisal, okay, which is a performance appraisal. Now talking about the characteristics, we will see what are the various characteristics of performance appraisal. So it is a process consisting of series of steps. It is not done with one, just like that, but it is a series of steps that is followed. It is a systematic examination of an employee's strengths and weakness in terms of job. So they assess their strength and weakness when it comes in terms of job. Performance appraisal is a scientific or objective study. Performance, scientific study, because it is a process which is done by step in a systematic manner. Then you have formal procedures are used in the study. The same approach is adopted for all job holes so that the results are comparable. So with this performance appraisal, you can see in every job which is done, and it is also easy for comparing. It is an ongoing or continuous process. The main purpose of performance appraisal is to secure information necessary for making objective and correct decision regarding employees. So these are the various characteristics of personnel appraisal. Next we will go to, performance appraisal. Next we will go to objectives. So when we talk about objectives, we will see that there are two types of objectives. One is judgmental objective, the other one is developmental objective. So when we say judgmental, as you know, it helps to understand, judge where the person actually stands in the work. Okay, where all he can improve, where all he has performed well, it can be judged. So to provide feedback to employees so that they can come to know where they stand and can improve their job performance. So when we know the strength and weakness, we will be able to health educate the person. We can tell them, what is your strength and what is your weakness, and then how you can actually, improve. So all this can be told. So that's why we call that to be judgmental objectives. Next, talking about developmental objectives. So when we say developmental objectives, to provide a valid database for personal decisions concerning placements, pay, promotion, transfer, punishment, etc. So we get a data, okay, information is gathered when performance appraisal is done. So through which we can say if we can place that person, can we increase the salary, okay, can we promote the person or demote a person or give him a transfer or any kind of punishment. Okay, so performance appraisal helps us to understand, what the person actually deserves based upon his or her performance. Then to diagnose the strength and weakness of an individual so as to identify further training needs. If a person is not doing well but then has good morale, instead of removing that person, we can always put into further training so as to train him well in that particular job what he is doing. So to provide coaching, counseling, career planning, motivation to subordinates, to develop positive superior subordinate relations and thereby reduces grievances. So when we assess the performance, it also helps us to understand him or her as an individual, what is their needs. So this helps to develop a good rapport between the higher authority with the subordinates, and it helps them to overcome their grievances, their frustrations, and they would be able to talk about their issues. Okay, next you have to facilitate research and personnel management. We can also conduct a research when we get to assess about the people, we find that when we are assessing, you find that they are not able to do it well, or they are being frustrated. So we would be able to conduct further research, and find out what exactly it is and what solution can be brought to test the effectiveness of recruitment, selection, placement and induction program. To see after all these steps only they will be starting performing in the hospital. So to see how effective was all these steps. So performance appraisal is considered as the heart of personnel management and reflects management's interest in the progress of employees. So it helps in the process of employees. Next we will go to uses of personnel appraisal. So we will see what are the various uses of personnel performance appraisal. So usually performance appraisal is done among the personnel, okay, the people who are working, employees, by their superiors. So when you work in the hospital, so when you go on a contract basis, after contract basis, they will decide whether they want you further in their hospital or not through performance appraisal. Okay, so uses, so as we have seen uses, it is basis for suitable personnel policy. Like, it provides valuable information for personal decisions such as pay. Already we have seen whether to give increase, or whether to add some incentives, promotion, demotion. If you're not performing well from one cadre, you will come down. So that is demotion. Okay, and then you have, if they have to be terminated, okay, termination is where no notice, immediately they will say, okay, get out of the job. Okay, termination. Transfer. Okay, so usually when they transfer also they get promotion, okay, with good pay. Then you get, management gets an objective basis for discussing salary increase and promotion with the staff. Thus performance appraisal serves as the basis of suitable personnel policy. So mainly if we see, it helps, or it is a basis for suitable personnel policy. Next, for judging the effectiveness of recruitment. So we will be able to, as we have already seen this point, whether they all the steps have been done properly, have they recruited the right person, have they provided training appropriately. So all that will be ruled out through this performance appraisal. So that helps in judging the effectiveness of recruitment, like selection, placement. It helps to judge the effectiveness of recruitment, selection, placement and orientation systems of the organization. Next you have assessment of individual potential. So it is useful in analyzing training and development, individual needs. Okay, so training is required and then development needs is very important. So these needs can be assessed because appraisal reveals people who require further training to remove their weaknesses. When they identify the strength and the weakness, it also helps them to train in the area where they are lacking. And then it also identifies individuals with high potential who can be groomed up for higher position. So when performance appraisal is done, we can identify a person who is doing things in an excellent way. So always we can provide them with good opportunities. So for that also it is helpful. So first we have seen basis for suitable personnel policies, then for judging the effectiveness of recruitment, third, assessment of individual potential, fourth, individual development. So it helps to improve performance of an individual. So when we give them adequate feedback regarding working, and then counseling to the employees, so planning for some stress management, because sometimes when they are too stressed, okay, so it also helps because we want to help each individual to perform well. So it helps us to focus on that. It serves as a means of telling a subordinate how he is doing and suggesting necessary changes in his knowledge, behavior and attitudes. It serves to stimulate and guide employees' development. Next you have basis for planning. So it helps, right, to human resource planning, career planning and succession planning. So when they get to know, that they are lacking on some areas, so it helps them to plan well how to, overcome that kind of, dislack or, the lack which has actually happened. So it helps us to overcome or, that kind of thing which is actually not equipping a staff well. So it helps them to cope up with that kind of training which is required to empower them. So choosing on those areas so that we use these training methods to equip or empower the personnel. Then you have basis boost the morale. So usually when we see performance appraisal, everybody will tend to maintain good environment, work environment. They will follow good morale. They will also have a feeling that when their achievements are organized and it is recognized, okay, then automatically they will be awarded for that. So all this will actually help them to maintain or be at a good morale with each other. Next you have motivate the employee. So we know that when they know that performance appraisal is going to be there, so after this they will decide on the salary or promotion. So automatically what happens, the employees will be motivated. So they will start giving their best, develops confidence. So it also develops confidence among the employee. And then appraisal records protect management from charges of discrimination leveled by trade union leaders. Employee grievances can be reduced. So we also see that that this there's no differentiation, there's no partiality that should be shown. So automatically it gives confidence to each one of the employee to bring their best, because they know that they will be justly, okay, or their appraisal will be done in a justice way without any cheating. So they would want to give their best. So these are all the various uses of the performance appraisal, that is basis for suitable personnel policy, for judging the effectiveness of recruitment, assessment of individual potential, individual development, basis for planning, boost the morale, motivate the people, that is the employee, develops confidence. Okay, so other things like there is one diagram given below that, establish performance standards. How do we actually develop it? So we have to set a criteria. Okay, so it should be clear, it should be objective in writing, then it should be discussed, Okay, so these are all the various process of performance appraisal. Okay, so there is no heading, so the next page it is given. So after uses, so far we have seen what it is, the introduction, then according to Flippo what he defines, then we have seen characteristics, then we have seen objectives, under that mainly judgmental and developmental objectives and uses of performance appraisal. So in the next video I think we will carry on the process and problems of appraisal. Okay.